This is this very stupid thing that happens. In the last couple weeks, pretty much the last week really, um, we've gotten some rain. And because it is still technically monsoon season, according to uh, the weather forecasters, even though really that's probably not right. Everybody says, "Oh, this is late monsoon rain." No, no, it's fucking not. This rain that we've gotten in the last week and a half, something like that, it's coming off of tropical storms off of the southern coast of Mexico, which aren't really showing up in U.S. weather reports because U.S. weather reports don't give a flying fuck about southern Mexico. Right? So these are tropical storms Madeline, Newton, and there was another one. Something. And it was that other one, actually, the name that I'm not remembering at the moment. I actually just looked them up before this, but whatever the fuck. Um, yeah, that one. That it hit the area of like Acapulco, that area, fairly hard. And it just sent clouds north, straight to us. And that's what it was. And guess what direction the wind came from? Straight ass south. Guess what direction the wind comes from in a monsoon? Because the monsoon, the definition of it is a reversal of the standard wind. The standard wind comes from the west. It comes from California. So our monsoon wind comes from the east, slightly to the south, but basically to the east. And generally as you go further north in the state of Arizona, it becomes more south. But in Tucson, for the majority of Pima County, your monsoon wind is almost straight east, just very, very slightly south. It's almost a perfect reversal of the wind, which makes it almost a perfect monsoon, like, because yeah, it's kind of a silly definition. But the monsoon season, the way it's defined by the weather forecasters, they don't actually look at that, which is stupid. So they'll say that the monsoon season has started before the wind reverses. So any rains that come during that period will be counted as monsoon rains, which is fucking stupid. Because they'll still be coming from the west. And that's actually what happened this year. Our monsoon started well after um, the the official date for it starting, because what they're looking at, I think, is like a few subsequent days of, like, consecutive days of a certain level of humidity. Which, as far as predicting rain, that's probably a good way to go about it. But the monsoon, by definition, is a reversal of the wind. So humidity has nothing to do with that. And what actually happened, because so we were getting cooler, humid wind from California, so basically off of the ocean, the Pacific Ocean. And at the same time, Texas, New Mexico, that area was having a heat wave. So very dry, very hot. So when the wind did reverse, we got about 3 weeks of just dry, hot, low humidity. Lower. It's still like 20 or so%, which is kind of high for Tucson, so it was still like you know, oh, it's monsoon humidity. Yeah. But there's no fucking clouds. There's no rain during that time, right? And now the east wind is stopped pretty much, and we're now looking at like it's moved pretty much straight from the south, right? So what happened is it pulled up storms from or rain, humidity from that storm. That system of storms. Newton is still out there. It's like died. I don't think it's a tropical storm. It doesn't qualify anymore, but it's still out there. It still exists. You can see it on the map, on the radar. And there's still just a trail of clouds coming straight up Mexico, right into Arizona, right up through Arizona. And the other day, somebody was like, "Oh, it's a late monsoon rain." I'm like, "You don't know what you're talking about." But the Weather Channel probably fucking said the same thing as you did because they don't know what they're talking about either. Fucking Christ. This is why we can't have nice things. Because people don't know what words mean.